It is time for entertainment news. And we start with this one. As Kunle Afolayan's marriage hits the rocks, well, unconfirmed reports circulating are stating that actor and filmmaker Kunle Afolayan's marriage has hit the rocks on grounds of infidelity. According to reports, the filmmaker and a wife have gone their separate ways after failed attempt at saving the already troubled union. Sources claim what led to this decision was that the marriage had become laced with a lot of suspicion and distrust, which reportedly resulted in Kunle Afolayan's wife Tolu leaving for good. Kunle and Tolu Afolayan got married in 2007 and have 3 children together. We don't know how true any of this is, and we hope it isn't, but we'll keep an eye on the story.
Guys, I don't know what to say. I don't like hearing divorce gist.
It breaks my heart.
Yeah, I hope it's not true. I really hope it's not true. And then I'm happy that they're taking it as much as possible off social media. And I hope they're able to deal with it. Because
I was talking about this to OJ the other time, and I said that, well, it breaks my heart. And I said sometimes it's just good when some people just go their separate ways too sometimes because, you know, they could actually just kill each other if you're not careful. But he was asking the question.
Days, people stay together even with their troubled marriages. So what's happening right now?
I think we have so much information. So people are becoming more aware of stuff. So they say, oh, don't talk to me like that. I'm a woman. I'm not saying that is the reason. I'm just saying.
Tolerance level too is not as before. You know, then in the past, you have this high tolerance.
Before the feminists come for me.
So I don't know what's going on, actually. That's not a very good thing. But at the same time, it has its positives, it has negatives. So, you know, in the past, when people were in abusive relationships and they stayed because of what society will think about them, now they're having their own voice and they're moving away from that. But at the same time, small, minor issues, that's on the negative side of it, now cause breakups and divorces nowadays, and that's not exactly a very good thing.
So we'll keep our eyes on this story. We're not sure. We've not heard from the sources involved,
we're not sure.
Hopefully it's a lie.
Okay, so moving on to more news. I do not regret saying prostitutes have no dignity, says Okon Lagos. Remember that a few weeks ago, comic actor Okon Lagos caused an uproar on social media following his controversial commentary on the alleged rape of some women in Abuja by Nigerian police officers. It seems that Okon is not ready to lay the matter to rest. In a recent interview with Punch, he said he will never justify rape, and he further said he decided to comment on the issue because people were condemning the act of rape and ignoring the fact that prostitution is an immoral act. Now, he said, and I quote, "I wanted to be fair in my analysis. I was trying to point out the fact that prostitution is a wrong act, so we shouldn't be malicious by just talking about rape. I'm not saying it serves them right, but I'm also concerned about the immoral act, which is prostitution." Now, the level of moral decadence in the country is worrisome, and I even saw some public figures with verified social media accounts supporting the idea that prostitution should be legalized. The actor maintained that he didn't regret saying that prostitutes have no dignity, adding that nobody will be proud to introduce themselves as a commercial sex worker. Now, do you guys think that Okon should just let this matter die, or do you think he has a point?
So the backlash was actually very, very heavy. So addressing it won't be bad, especially if you meant something and people took it to be another thing entirely. Because people have seen...
It's still addressing the issue.
But it's almost like it's talking about the same thing.
It's a very dicey one.
But it would be shocked to know that some people don't care. They can always introduce themselves as commercial workers.
I think the problem with what he said, what he came out to say on Instagram, was the fact that he generalized. Now, there are some commercial sex workers that go in, hands in, leg in, they want to do it, they're passionate about it, quote unquote, and there's some people who don't have a choice. Now, when you group them together and say, oh, they raped you, but this is what you do for a living anyway, so how does that matter? Yeah, I'm leaving out the few select or some part of that people, some part of those commercial sex workers that would rather do a better job, but based on the situation of the economy, have no choice. I think that's what happened. Like, he clumped them up together. That's what happened, and I think that's why people came for him.
I hope he thinks it's making sense at the end of the day to people. Because at the end of the day, what happens? People have used this as an example, and I think nobody even spared him at all. So we should just watch what we say, especially if you are in the public eye. We should always watch, because the thing is, a lot of people look up to you. You are a role model to a lot of people, and so when you say stuff, they take a cue. So for instance, on radio or generally as a broadcaster, they tell you that you have an opinion, but you don't even have that right to come on radio and tell your opinion. So you're not on this side, you're not on that side.
People,
so
yeah.
because people will definitely just follow you.
That's correct.
The impact on situations like this, like somebody posted Okon's comical skits on his page, and people were commenting like, "We're done with this guy. Over to the next one. We're done. Like we're quick to just cancel."
Yeah, because you have to be careful what you
We've cancelled Okon Lagos. Like,
no, we haven't cancelled Okon Lagos.
what they were
But I
stating.
like the fact, I actually like one thing about social media. If you do something wrong, we come for you. Because at the end of the day, there's some teenagers that are growing
was funny,
up in
but
social
people were-
media. It wasn't funny.
The skits he
Oh,
put
the
up,
skit?
that the person put up, they just, people were, instead of laughing
Okay,
and
not
saying,
that one he
no,
posted.
instead of
Oh,
people
okay.
to laugh and the usual Okon comedy, they just said, no, we've cancelled Okon.
That is what people don't get again, because see, you do stuff, and I hate to say this, Naira Marley, yes, you have a lot of people following him, defending him and all that. But at the end of the day, you know that particular organization that supported a song. Do you think at the end of the day they want to have anything to do with him again? I'm not sure, but then think about it.
Okay.
Yes, moving on to some more news. On the foreign scene, police releases sketch of suspect involved in murder of Chris Ottos' wife. Yes, the police have released a facial sketch of the suspected killer of Ghanaian actor Chris Ottos' late wife, Betty Jennifer. We recently reported that Betty was shot dead while leaving her office in Maryland in the U.S. Following her death, revelations emerged that she was married to two men, Ghanaian actor Chris Ottos and Kendrick, a drug lord in Baltimore. Greenbelt Police Department unveiled this sketch on its Twitter handle on Saturday following ongoing investigations of the killing. Police haven't named a suspect or a motive yet, but they added that the gunman shot her in front of about 10 witnesses before running off.
Okay.
Another
I think
sad
today is a weird news day. This is sad. But then I like the fact that, you know, they have a system that works. You know, you can't just get away with murder. You murdered someone and then they're able to trace it. And I like the fact that, you know, they're getting more information about that. But of course, it's a very, very sad situation. And I really feel for the family. You know, condolences.
You said it all, investigations are ongoing. All right, and finally, Cardi B spends $80,000 on diamond jewelry for daughter. You heard. Now, Cardi B, who's said to be worth $8 million, has splashed $80,000 on diamonds for a 10-month-old daughter, Culture. In a now-deleted Instagram post, the 26-year-old rapper and mother of one showed off her little daughter wearing one of the brand-new bracelets and said, "Just spent a bag on my daughter. You know, a bad blip blip gonna spoil." Yeah. She defended our actions, writing, "If I am iced out, my daughter gotta be too." She then added, "Yep, I'm bragging because I bust my blip blip to do so." All right. So I was very careful because, you know, Cardi B doesn't speak good English.
Yeah, her English is very well.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially with
well,
the
you
yup.
know what?
With the
You know
yup.
what?
What?
Cardi B has her own language. Okay.
Okay.
We know, right? We know, right?
She has her own language, so you can't hate her for it. But I just love Cardi B. I like the way she has an outlook towards life. It's so fresh. It's so spontaneous. It's so I don't care.
Inspiring? Is it inspiring?
But guys,
Well,
Is it inspiring?
what is not inspiring about it?
Hey guys. Now
Okay.
I am going to take you off this one totally.
Okay.
So do you think Cardi B and Tonto Dike look alike a bit?
No.
Oh wow.
Where did that come from, honey? Wow.
No, yes.
No.
No. For troublemaking, though.
But then I saw a picture of Cardi B and she looks like Tonto Dike.
See, Cardi B is honest
You
to
know
herself.
Cardi B will come for everybody
Cardi
that-
B is honest to her fans. I feel like the person you see on social media is who she is in person. Like, there's no double personality. What you see is what you get. Like, she says she's not really proud of some of the things she's done in the past, but she did it anyways. Like, what you want to do. I like her.
I like her
Jerry.
guts.
I love
Yeah,
her.
I do.
I do.
Okay, and it's a wrap on the news.
All right, guys, on that note, it is time for Tweetville. Yes, this is Tweetville, where we bring you all the savagery, humor, and craziness that social media has to offer. All right, let's get into it. Honeypot is ready, obviously. Okay, so 90s kid says, when you're cheating on a test and you intentionally write an answer wrong so that the teacher won't be suspicious. And then Thanos is there. a small price to pray
for salvation. Yes, no.
But I mean, you can't just be getting all the answers right.
No, you have to be intelligent
You have to
when
be
you do
intelligent
stuff
with your
like that.
What? You have to be intelligent with your cheating.
Yes.
My
If you don't have brain, you
goodness.
can't even cheat properly.
Especially when the teacher knows that this one doesn't know book in real life. Bro. Why is it passing like this? So you have to just
You have to rate
write
your
rubbish.
intelligence by yourself. Okay, so Orisha said, when someone touches your head and you start having headache,
Hey.
Segun Arinze is looking very suspicious. Now, this thing it's not a Nigerian thing, it's an African, it's an African thing. Trust
I thought
me,
you wanted to say it's a world
if
thing.
you see a wall gecko just passing on our sets, we'll all be suspicious. In your mind, you're like,
But then, you know, when you now say stuff like
Yeah.
this and people now go, yeah, I know that you're not spiritual, but then, see, you have to really, really think about stuff like
we
this.
wrestle not against flesh
Yes,
and blood,
and then-
against principalities and powers.
So many times you don't even know where to demarcate, whether this is spiritual or this is just
No,
normal.
actually, I think sometimes we should chill. So I was in Abuja recently, and then it was a cockroach that flew past, and then my friend was like, "Blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus." Like, calm down, it's just a cockroach. Like, I think just leave insects as insects and animals as that. Like, it's just a headache. Wow.
And
You're not start thinking, is that person that touched my head? That person is the
as I said, I wanted
Oh
to
my
get a cat, and
gosh.
people said they won't come to my house.
They
me
won't
too.
actually. All right, this one is from Tunde. He says, please, how can I edit salt from stew? I have successfully cooked rubbish.
And I know how.
And I know how to.
I know how. People don't know.
Shall I tell you?
Potato, just put
Or
it inside
yam.
it on yam. It will absorb it.
Yep.
People don't get it, but it is the truth.
Potato or
So
yam.
thank me later.
Also,
But the problem is, we don't measure. You know,
Yeah.
African or Nigerian cooking, you just, until the spirit leads, it tells you to stop. You know how you're cooking foreign, if you check a foreign recipe book, it tell you
Yeah.
a teaspoon.
Yeah.
This one, you just sprinkle, stop in your spirit, then you stop.
wait, so the
That's how
yam,
it
you
is.
now remove it afterwards?
Yes.
You wash the yam and
Just
do
put
everything.
it.
But it's
put
better
it
to
there.
use potato.
But potato, you know, because softer.
And you
so
remove it
absorbs.
afterwards.
Yes.
You can now
Yeah.
eat it
Yeah.
separately. I didn't know.
Now you know. All right, this is from Daddy Chu. And he says, when you take off your glasses and people start asking, how many fingers? Honeypot. Honeypot.
Dupe, honeypot.
Honeypot. How many
Our
fingers?
producer just did it to me. No, don't try that with me.
How many? It's just a simple
Because
question.
these people don't see me wear glasses, so they don't even know what you're talking about.
Honey,
What's this?
How many fingers?
Are you guys all right?
So I do it a lot of times to Dupe in the makeup room, one of the makeup artists. So when she takes off her glass, I'll be like, Dupe, what is this?
But to be fair, like, I don't understand what it's like wearing glasses. Do you actually see properly? Can you see this? I don't know. Educate
The
us.
thing is that it depends on the power of your, but whatever it is, it
Yeah.
helps you see better clearly. So I am short-sighted. So sometimes when you're coming from afar, I just know that maybe the way you work, I just know that it is Amanda. But so
So
many
I'm
times,
blurry.
So many times, I'm just like,
So I'm blurry. On that note. Okay, let's look at some more tweets. All right, this is from Creamy something. And he says, my neighbor's son has been knocking on my door since, but I don't want to open. Their math homework is too difficult.
God.
I can relate.
Hey, God.
Like, what are kids learning in school today? It looks like further maths.
and guess what? The assignment always bulky. So now you don't even want the parents who has paid to have a life too.
Sometimes I'm like, are they teaching them SS3 work in primary school? What's going on?
I don't know.
So I tell Amanda, you cannot do small child's homework.
Can you do it? Yesterday I still did 9 times.
9 times what? 9 times 5 is 9 times 5 is what?
Oh, please.
Do you remember LCM and HCF?
Yes, now.
Can you still do it till
Yes,
today?
now, me.
All right, after the break.
But one thing I
Don't
love
worry.
is quantitative aptitude and verbal aptitude till tomorrow.
Verbal reasoning is my best.
Yeah. Best.
Yeah,
I can't remember it.
I can't do any
I can't
quantitative
remember
and
it.
maths.
On that note, guys, thank you so much. It's been Tweetville.